Recording. Hi, everybody. It's Tasha.
Hi.
Tasha and Crystal are here, and we finally got it working. So, yay! We're going to talk to Crystal today about her design, the Hug Me Heart, which is behind her, as you can see, and also just get to know her, meet the maker.
Well, hi guys. You guys may know me as Crystal Lynn or know me as Crochet Memory, but either way, it's me. And we're only an hour late, maybe an hour and a half now.
Yeah, the live was kind of wonky, so that was kind of weird. And we tried to go live. She tried to go live. I tried to go live. It didn't work. So I wanted to ask you a few questions about your heart and about you and your crochet journey, things like that. First things first, though, how do they get the pattern?
Well, you can find the pattern on my blog, and that is crochetmemory.com, and you will see a menu to find the blog. And click there, scroll through, read everything, and you'll have directions there on how to download your pattern.
Do they have to log in first?
Yes. So after you read everything, there's going to be some instructions there down at the bottom. And what will happen is you will become a site member, which I call you guys my VIP members lounge area is where you'll go into. So you'll sign in, and it probably will take you back to the home screen. And I've tried to make this as seamless as possible. So there is a great big button up at the top that says, "Are you looking for square number 2? Click here." And then that will take you directly to the button to download your pattern.
Yay. Okay, cool. So if anybody has any questions about that, just put them down below or just message you personally.
Yeah. Yeah, you can send me an email at crochetmemory@yahoo.com. There we go.
Yeah. Tell me about Crochet a Memory and what you do for your crochet website, your
Well,
blog.
crochet memory kind of got started by accident. Back in 2018, we had lost my granddad, and I wanted to do something for my grandma to just give her something to hug and cuddle because we were at my cousin's wedding and she was looking down at her wedding rings, and I knew that she was thinking about the day that she married my papa. So I'm like, okay, what can I do? I'm like, this is what I want to do. I want to make her an Afghan with my grandfather's picture on it. And so I researched and looked and searched and looked and searched, and I'd been designing graphs for 10 years at that point. So I'm like, okay, I can do this. I can figure it out. And I did. And
Yeah.
uh, I didn't have any intentions on it becoming a business. Um, I gave it to her for Christmas. I put some photos up like, hey, this is my latest project. And they're like, oh my gosh, can you do this for me? And I got so many of those. I'm like, you know what? I can do this for other people. So that's what I'm most well known for is my portrait graphs. So people will send me a photo of their loved ones, and I turn that into a crochet pattern.
And they're really beautiful too. Yeah, they're awesome. I love seeing it transform from the image that you do to like the actual finished Grafgan is pretty amazing. They're
Yeah,
so it's so realistic looking too. A lot of
they
stitching.
are. And it's complicated as far as the fact of when you're looking at it, you don't think you're doing it right. And then so everybody gets kind of
Yeah.
intimidated by that. And it's like, no, just keep going. It's like a painting. When you're up close on it, you can't see all those fine details. But
Yeah,
when
you gotta look back.
yeah, when you hold it back and it's just all there and you're just like, oh my gosh, that is so pretty. Yeah. I love it when the customers send me photos of their finished projects, and I'm just like,
They're beautiful. I love them. I don't have the patience personally for that, the single crochets and I mean, and switching all the colors, but like you're so talented with it. And I wish, and like when I grow up, that's what I want to do. One of the things I want to do. Oh, I'm having a hot flash.
oh
Um,
goodness.
yeah, like somebody just turned the heat on, but I don't think it's really on. But so let's let's say how okay, so you told us how you got started and what you do. What about some fun things like your family and talk about your favorite crochet stitches, your favorite crochet techniques, things like that?
Sure. So I am a mom of four. My oldest just turned 23, and my youngest will be turning 6 in April. So there is quite a big gap there. I could have been done, darn it.
Oh
But
yeah, that's right. And temperance. This
yes,
temperance.
yes. So my youngest is actually, her name is Temperance, and when Tasha was designing it's called the Temperance Rancho, and we were talking about it, and I don't even remember exactly what the two words were, but she had
Rana and Ruana. I can never say that word.
Rana
Ruana and poncho.
and Poncho, and so we were talking back and forth, and she said Rancho, and it kind of stuck. So
Temperance. She's so cute. She's the sweetest little girl ever.
yeah, she knows it too.
Yeah. With the ballet the other day, she was so cute. So
Yes.
what's your favorite what's your favorite you were talking recently, we were talking about mosaic crochet and
Yes.
overlay, and so what are your favorite types of favorite crochet techniques?
So my favorite technique is probably C to C. I love that there's so much you can do with it. So you can do
Oh
graphic,
yeah.
you can do regular blankets, you can do stash busters where you take all the tails and like you just put it together. And it has just such
Ooh.
a wonderful feel, and like it's heavy enough where it's going to keep you warm, but it's light enough where you don't feel like you're weighed down by 100 pounds of yarn. Like, and probably the one that I want to learn is mosaic. I am so intrigued by this, and I have been looking into it.
I
It's like,
love mosaic. Mosaic is just, well, yeah, the mandalas, the first one I did with mosaic was a pattern by Tatiana. I think that's her name. And she had, or Lila Bajorn Crochet. And yeah, the mandala mosaic. And then, and lately I've been playing around with the overlay mosaic. But you're going to love it once you get into it, because it's like you're going to start obsessing just like everyone. You're going to be like, I have to make mosaic crochet patterns now. Yeah.
well, and I have a pattern. The very first pattern that I ever put up for sale in Etsy was this yin yang dragon. And I think it would play
Ooh.
very well as a mosaic pattern. It's just a fact of figuring out how to do that.
I'm like I was telling you about Cindy Birdsong. Definitely check out her Excel file. I'll send you that link, and I'll put the link down for everybody else, whoever else wants to do mosaic crochet.
Hey, that might be our next blog hop.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That would be actually, that's what Erin's doing.
That's right, she is. So that's going to be fun. So I
Yeah.
might have to hop on over there and learn how to do some mosaic with Erin.
Yeah, she's doing, like, I think for everybody who doesn't know already, Erin from Juniper and Oaks is putting together a kind of like a mystery cow blog hop of mosaic squares. So yeah, I have a tutorial coming out pretty soon for mosaic as well, because I have a couple patterns, obviously, that I haven't released yet, but there's coming up. I did some eyeglass cases with mosaic, and it turned out pretty good. So when did you start crocheting?
I actually started crocheting when I was 5 years old. My grandmother started teaching me when I was three. I started showing interest in wanting to be up in her lap and up in my mom's lap while they had their hook and yarn going. And I mean, we all know that is not the easiest to crochet with kids in your lap. So, so they would entertain me by giving me my own hook and yarn, and I would sit there and probably just make knots. But I tried, and when I didn't lose interest in it, my grandma was like, all right, this is something she really wants to do. This is something that she really wants to learn. So let's start her out. And for my 5th birthday, I got my own skeins of yarn and a hook set. I couldn't take them home until I learned how to do it. So that was my motivation. So my motivation was to learn how to do it so I could take my hooks home and do it at home. So I could only do it at
Ah.
her house on the weekend. So we would visit every Saturday. And as soon as we got there, I'd run in, like, go to my cabinet where my hooks were and pull out my yarn. And I was like, okay, what am I doing today? And she started me off on chains, and then once I could do those and have an even tension, she taught me single crochets. And then once I could do 50 of those without dropping a stitch and even tension, then she moved me on to HDC and then moved me on to DC. And I don't think I have it here, but my very first pattern or project completed was a pot holder, which I'm sure that's like most kids.
That's
But
like
I
the
still
standard.
have it. I still have the very
Wow, you
first one
still
that I
have
made.
it?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, upcoming patterns? Do you have any upcoming patterns?
I always have upcoming patterns. I am full of ideas, and then it's like I'll start it, and then I kind of have squirrel syndrome where I'm like, oh, that
Yeah,
looks
you and
really
me both.
cool, and I go jump over here, and like, oh, that looks really cool, so I'll jump over here. So
I think we both, yeah, both of us probably need to learn to focus a little bit more. But hey, there's so much to learn out there, and there's literally so much to crochet. It's like you want to crochet everything. That's
yeah.
some of the crochet. So
It's like I
what
was sitting in the doctor's office the other day and I saw a pattern on this lady's vest, and I'm like, I grabbed my phone and started doodling. So I'm like, oh, I want to do this.
I do that. I take pictures of people that I might, or even not a crochet item, but like something that I think would translate good into crochet. And I'm like, oh, I want to design that into crochet. Oh, that looks like it'd be a good crochet design. Yeah.
I have a whole folder on my phone, like potential afghans.
Oh, nice. Yeah, the Afghans. I don't even think there's enough time in my lifetime to crochet all the Afghans that I want to and that I've designed. They're in my folder on my computer, ready to be released at some point, but
Maybe
we'll
one
see.
day.
Yeah, maybe someday. What can people expect from you in the future?
So, I'm pretty new to the blogging part of all this. So, as far as what you can expect in the future is probably more of the blogs and
More
trying
blogs?
to more blog posts, more blog hops. Just I've had a lot of fun with this, with all of the designers and learning all of this new affiliate stuff. And
It's a lot to learn.
it was a lot. And I got a crash course in it real quick, but I'm loving it and I'm having so much fun. So I can't wait until 2 weeks from now. We'll do this again because I have another square, the
Yeah,
Laffy Taffy. And
that's right. Wow, that's only 2 weeks from now too.
yeah, you put me back to back, lady. You had high hopes for me.
Right. Hey, that's okay though. That's okay. That's just more fun. And I love somebody posted one of the Laffy Taffies in there, and the swirl looks really cool.
Oh my gosh, they did amazing. It's like I almost want to be like, hey, do you want to take a picture and send
Yeah,
it to
you're
me?
like, can you send that to me so I can take a picture? I
Like, because
haven't done
yours
mine
looks
yet.
so much better than mine. Everyone is doing such an amazing job. I'm loving going in and seeing the, oh, I got this one done by the skin of my teeth, and it's not perfect. I'm like, what are you saying it's not perfect about? Because it looks great. Like, what's not
Yeah,
perfect? So I'm like scanning it, like, okay, what are they saying they did? And I don't see anything.
yeah. I know. I think we're all we can all be overcritical of ourselves because yeah, it's just crochet. We're here to have fun and make pretty things.
That's right.
Crochet and
Nobody's
make pretty things.
Nobody or nothing is perfect, so don't try. Best lesson I learned was if you are trying to be perfect, it'll never happen, so you'll never move.
Yeah, that's a good thing, a good kind of philosophy because even as a designer, and you're a designer, like everybody makes mistakes and there's no reason to fret about it. I mean, and honestly, like even in there was a guy in one of the crochet groups, he's a crochet designer, Philip, oh, and I forgot his last name. Chime in. I think he's in here too, but like he said something about that. Like even if there's a stitch, it gives it character, like a stitch that's out of place or something, then it's just kind of like a little bit of a signature in a way and showing that it's handmade.
But
Yeah.
yeah, the one thing about that I've seen that I just absolutely love, I think it's an Irish tradition that you are not supposed to frog your mistake. You're supposed to just continue on. because when you crochet with your heart and your soul, and part of your soul will get trapped in the crochet project, so that allows it to escape.
Wow, that's really cool.
Yeah,
That's a really neat
somebody had posted
concept.
that in my Afghan group, and I'm like, oh, I love that.
That's really neat. I like that. I'll have to look that up. Maybe check it out and see.
Yeah,
Um,
I'll see if I
I
can't
just,
find it and tag you in that post.
yeah, that would be cool. Well, thank you, Crystal, for being here and sharing your story with everybody. And I can't wait to see the Laffy Taffy in just a couple weeks.
All
Yay!
right. Yay! All right. Well, thank you for having me. I'm so excited. If you guys have any questions, any problems getting that square, feel free to email me, crochetamemory@yahoo.com, or comment on the post here below, and Tasha or I will get to your questions. And speaking of temperance,
I see Temperance. Hi, Temperance.
hi.
Hi.
She is showing off her loose or lost teeth. She's
Oh,
lost
that's
two.
right.
She's
You're
still
so
so
cute.
proud of those. All right. Well, thank you so much for having me, Tasha. Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you, Crystal. I'll see you later and I'll talk to you later because you're my best friends.
That's right. All right. Thank you, guys. If you have any
All right.
questions, post those below and we will see you in the group.
Bye, guys.
Bye.